Hello, travel friends. In this episode, we are going to be doing something a little different. We're going to show some footage of the Tenderloin in San Francisco. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that in the last couple of years in these big US cities, there's been a significant rise of homelessness and these homeless camps or tent camps in San Francisco. The Tenderloin is one of the most troubled areas in terms of homelessness, mental health, drug use. You hear some, pretty bad stuff about that area. And in our recent trip to San Francisco, I wandered around there a bit. And honestly, I would have to say like it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was able to walk around the area like during the weekday in, broad daylight, noon or so. And I would say that the thing that stood out the most was actually like just the poop on the ground. There was a lot of poop. And I don't know if it's like animal, dog, or human. I would just say like there's a lot of poop around, and I did not see that many dogs. I did not see that many needles. Actually, didn't see
Really?
any needles on the ground, and I thought that was something that I heard that there were, a lot of needles on the ground in the area, and I did not see that. There were definitely, homeless tents, but they were pretty scattered. There was not an area where there were just like a bazillion tents.
Okay.
I thought that was something that was very different from what we have in Los Angeles. Because in Los Angeles, I find that you do go and you find streets that have 10, 20, 30 tents. And I did not find any stretch of that when I was walking around the Tenderloin.
I guess if you're a traveler to San Francisco, would you recommend people staying in the Tenderloin district?
I think that's tough because it's probably the most budgeted area to stay, right? There's a lot of these like I guess more affordable, I assume more affordable hotels and motels. It is surrounded by very touristy areas, and there's quite a few really good eateries in the area. Even if you're not staying near the Tenderloin, if you're just like walking around, wandering around San Francisco, most people would cross it or be around it. But it is a tough, I think it's a tough area, especially if you're traveling alone. If you're female, I suspect you would have some more reservations. I did not at any point really feel unsafe. Again, this was broad daylight, and like there was no one like approached me or anything like that. There were definitely people around. There were people just like walking around doing their own thing. I think we should kind of applaud the effort that San Francisco and the organizations in San Francisco are doing to help clean up the Tenderloin. One is called Urban Alchemy, and I think they help with cleaning it up. When I was walking around, I did see quite a few workers, or just, I'm not sure if they're volunteers or part of programs, but they were sweeping things, they were cleaning things up, they were maintaining the public bathrooms. I think that was a big issue, especially if you're talking about a large population of homelessness. Where do they go to the bathroom, right? So I think a big part of cleaning that area up is providing people places where they can go to the bathroom. And if you walk around, there were several bathroom facilities. And again, there was always someone around cleaning something up. And I thought that was a major applaud to either the city or the organizations that are around there.
Yeah.
I would say it's a little bit more troubled than
Okay.
most other areas, and you may want to watch where you're going a little bit more often. But I don't think it was as bad as what I've heard about the area. Is probably what I would say about it. It's
Okay.
not as
So take
bad.
the news with a little grain of salt within the
Yeah.
Tenderloin.
Or maybe it used to be really bad and now it's a lot better due to these organizations in the city. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Happy travels.